Hello everyone, it's Shonita-Rachelle, the teacher lady, with another one of our weekly lessons on faith, family, friends, finances, and fun. This week's lesson I entitled it Open Your Eyes. Yes, I said it, open your eyes. I'm going to use the scripture Mark 8:22 through 26 to reflect for our week's lesson. The scripture reads, They came to Bethesda, and some people brought a blind man and begged Jesus to touch him. He took the blind man by the hand and led him outside the village. When he had spit on the man's eyes and put his hands on him, Jesus asked him, Do you see anything? He looked up and said, I see people. They look like trees walking around. Once more, Jesus put his hands on the man's eyes. Then his eyes were opened. His sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. Jesus sent him home, saying, Don't even go into the village. Yes, friends and family, it is time to open our eyes. I have an essential question for you this week. How observant are you of your surroundings? How many times you've driven in and out of a neighborhood or your own neighborhood or community, and then all of a sudden one day you notice there's a new house there. Or maybe Miss Susan painted her house yellow and it used to be white. And then you ask the neighbor and they say, oh, she did that 3 months ago, but you didn't notice it. How about, have you ever driven up and down the interstate? Then all of a sudden one day you look up and you read the billboard and you say, that's a really good quote. I never noticed it. And it's been there all along. Well, guess what, people? I'm guilty of it too. I ride past stuff all the time, don't even know it's there because I'm so focused on where I'm going. I can't see what's going on around me. When I first moved here to South Carolina, I used to work at a group home. And I was talking to one of my friends and I said, Krispy Kreme is so prevalent here in South Carolina, but I'm a Dunkin' Donuts girl. I love Dunkin' Donuts. And I wish we had some in this area. So he said to me, Shonita, there's a Dunkin' Donuts right by your job. I said, no, it's not. Yes, it is. So he said to me, the next time you drive to work and you get off your exit, drive slowly and then look to your right. You'll see the Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I had been on this job about 6 months, so I just knew that he was wrong. So the next time I drove to work, I took my time, and when I got off the exit, I slowly drove and looked to my right, and I'll be darned, there was a Dunkin' Donuts. Had been there all the time. The whole 6 months I had been driving back and forth to work, I could have been stopping, getting my hot chocolate, my Bavarian cream donuts, my butter biscuit, my my muffin. I was just like, I can't believe it. All this time, Dunkin' Donuts was sitting right here. Oh, well, needless to say, I was excited. So I started getting myself out the door about 15-20 minutes early so I could stop at the Dunkin' Donuts. That's been right there, but I just couldn't see it. I just needed to open my eyes. Sometimes, God will put things right in front of us and we can't even see it. Sometimes you'll have a friend or a family member who might be suffering or going through something, but you can't see it because you're so busy going about your daily hustle and bustle and everything you have to do at work and with the kids and your husband and the cooking and the cleaning. And so we don't get to notice the things that are right there in front of us. So we missed out on some things, just like I missed out on Dunkin' Donuts. Well, as I said, today is my birthday, August 22nd. And so this past weekend, we celebrated my brother's birthday, which was August 19th. And so when I was preparing to go to New Jersey, I was talking to a friend and she was telling me about some of the things she was going through. And I said, won't you try journaling? It used to work for me. I used to do it, but I hadn't picked it up in a long time. But I know that journaling sometimes helped me to rethink things and get it off my chest. So when I had that conversation with her, I started to think, where is my old journal? So I went looking for it. And as I was reading through my old journal, and I was like, wow, I don't remember this. Or yeah, I remember that sad day. And so it kind of took me down memory lane. August 22nd, 2011 at 1:53 a.m. I wrote, I haven't journaled in a few days, but after feeling for the past 3 days that I am coming up on a turning point in my life, I felt the need to do so. This weekend, I enjoyed myself with my family. My brother Jermaine came down from Connecticut, and we all went out for dinner. It was super nice. It felt so good to have him home, even if it was only for one day. I went to work the next day thinking about employment as I was transitioning from one position to another and thinking about my financial status, my past relationships, and how my ex had moved on with a new girlfriend and a new baby. And I started wondering, where did I go wrong? But after I read my birthday card my brother left me, I could not open it the day he gave it to me. He told me to wait until my birthday to open it. And when I did, I realized I had not lived my life for me at all. He wrote on the card to me, you only have one life to live, so live your life, sis. Wow, I'm so proud of him because even as a little brother, he got it. He saw me. He recognized that I had not done that, and it took me 30 plus years to realize it's time to stop living for other people, but to live for myself. From here on out, it's about Shonita. I need to put God first and me second. And then everything else that comes into play, it has to get in where it fit in. Thanks, little brother, I wrote. I needed that. Shonita R. Montfort, August 22nd, 2011. Some of us don't see the signs, whether they're in cards that are given to us in greeting cards, whether they're billboards that we ride past on the interstate, whether there are conversations or gestures that friends and family give or show to us. Sometimes we miss the signs. Many of us are walking around like the parable of the drowning man, where God sent a ship, a boat, and a helicopter to help him from drowning. And what did he do? He waved them on. I'm okay. I'm waiting on the Lord. And so many of us is waving on our help. Some of us have friends, maybe somebody we like, but because that's my friend, I don't think they'll make a good husband or a spouse. But we've been friends for so long. But that person right there by your side, sticking in there with you, helping you through the rough times. But you don't think they'll make a good spouse. Sometimes our family members or our children are struggling with situations or going through something, and we can't see it. And the signs are right there. So it's time for us people to open our eyes. Don't be like the parable of the drowning man. When God sends that ship, when God sends that boat, when God sends that helicopter, allow him to rescue you. Open your eyes. There are so many things that's trying to be shown to us, so many things that we need to see. But we're so busy waving it on. That's okay. I don't need a ride. I don't need no help. I don't need to hear what you have to say. And so we miss out on so many different things because we can't see it. I want us to, this week, think about all the things that are in front of us and maybe take time to slow down and smell the roses and observe our environments, because you might just be missing out on the most beautiful rose in the garden. Have a blessed week, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.